This is London with Bitcoin Spike and VIP Trader. Let's go over the details on Bitcoin. We are in Beverly Hills this weekend. A little bit of a VIP trip. Excited about that now. Remember the 200 weekly moving average. Big time interaction. Bitcoin, bam. Recall, we spent, 70 days or so around the 200 weekly moving average, and that has been a serious level of contention throughout the entirety of the history of Bitcoin. In terms of the process in play, the 4 hourly, currently the 4 hourly, will demonstrate a potential further downside. We have ambiguity. I'll tell you, let's go through the patterning very quickly, and it's another VIP weekend. Excited that you guys are trading. Never overexposed at any higher price. We're going to go through the key pattern for the bulls as we try and fulfill, of course, the left shoulder, head, and right shoulder would be beautiful, guys. This is a good move if we can sustain pressure below here for the bulls. Now, in terms of the culprit, why did we just drop out? You can say Silvergate, right? Maybe Silvergate. The specifics in terms of Silvergate, banking institution, FDIC, etc., a member of the Federal Reserve. You guys look at your own details on that, but Silvergate fallout, potentially a problematic move in terms of explaining the move to the downside, but the move wasn't coincident with that break in the news. Noted. In terms of the real culprit, please note technically that anytime in the market, please pay attention. Anytime that you are dealing with a rising wedge, you are looking at the potential for some I'd say lack of predictability, for patterns to fail, which would otherwise you would have an expectation, let's say, of being bullish, that wind up bearish, such as, and this would be the icing on the cake in terms of explaining the level of unpredictability. Recall around that 200 moving average. Recall that we had a nice ascending triangle across the top. And we had that specific bullish pattern which failed. Additional bullish patterns failing right and left. What is the culprit? You see it. I just drew it out on the macro as we look at two with some variable differentials on other time frames. That was the hourly we just looked at. But as you were to assess your trading on the within the context of any rising wedge, be warned. Bottom line, especially towards the apex here, just be warned. Be prepared for that as you engage in your 100 rounds, our day trader training. You will see that on the micro and the macro. In terms of where we are at right now, be advised on any type of an expansion pattern that we are currently looking at, which is a bullish pattern. Let me get to the 4 hourly very quickly. In terms of the expansion, let me bring this over. We've been covering this heavily. You guys know this is London, former hedge fund owner, private, non-SEC, not financial advice. Prior hedge fund owner, guys, so we take this stuff very seriously. In terms of your potential here with this pattern, it is best expressed, and I may need to redraw this just slightly, but the expansion pattern here is really what we are most interested in. You are still in a mid-level pick up. Mind yourself of that. You are still in a mid-level pickup, not completely expressed down to the ideal entry upon the level of support of this expansion pattern. This is a bullish pattern. We expect to break that line of resistance at some point. VIP are plugged into those probabilities right now. Your level of support, which bulls are attempting to hold, would be clearly this red line. That red line is where we're at in terms of the dictates of the pattern in play on the 4 hourly. You understand that typically these are bearish patterns, okay? The expansion, that leading, expanding diagonal. Remember the following and you will do well. I will tell you this, you will do well compared to the residual. Never overexposed at any higher price or in any one trade. We recommend you get to the point where you can book 4 positive trades. In terms of the direction and the surprise, I tell all the VIP, when you're looking at whether or not Bitcoin's going to make a major move to the upside or downside, what do I tell you all the time? Look at the 5 minute. Why would we look at the 5 minute time frame? I tell you that when you're looking at whether or not Bitcoin is going to make a strong move to the upside or the downside, you must be, please pay attention to this, you must be over the 20 moving average on the 5-minute time frame in order to justify an upside target before the drop to the downside. And you hear me say this all the time, before the drop to the downside, right? We were parked below the 20 moving average on the 5-minute time frame. Guys, it's London with VIP Trader and Bitcoin Spike. Hope you're having a great weekend. We will continue to be trading in the back end. It was a nice pickup, a perfect pickup, in fact, on our 4-hourly fire sale line. Congratulations to all the VIP traders. We will be in touch with you soon. Congratulations, guys. We'll talk to you soon. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.